When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there.
Tell me the age.
Tell the mic.
I'm 33.
Oh my God! Don't actually. No, we're gonna cut.
But
that.
you know what? I'm a no.
Honestly, man.
No,
I'm
listen. I'll
33.
tell you this.
kidding.
I'll tell you this for
Man.
33. I'll tell you this for
Wait,
33.
is that the Canadian age? or
I would
Toronto?
never.
That's
I
like
would.
me, bro.
I would never say. I would never look at. I would
still do all that.
I would never look at a shop and be like, "Damn, you're 33."
Yeah.
Because
He doesn't look 33, does
Yeah,
he?
it was a joke. First of all, but
He-
second of
he
all,
actually looks-
Is that your Persian age or Canadian age?
That's my real age, bro. 1990.
Yo,
February
the whole
1st.
Persian age thing is this.
Fucks
When
me
I
up
came
every
to
time.
Canada, right?
Yeah.
They kept fucking with me, and they're like, "Yo, you have to go a year above because the schools that were like kindergarten and grade 3, or sorry, grade 5, I could either go to grade 5 or I have to lie and say my age and go to grade 6.
Yeah.
So the schools that were from grade 6 to grade 8, so which was middle school, they would allow you to go to school, but you would have to go a year earlier. You know what I mean? Because you were already halfway through the year.
Yeah.
The schools that you go 1 to 5 or kindergarten to 5, they wouldn't allow you to do that. So you had to wait a year and go back to school. So you're already with people who are a
You
year
would have
younger
been behind
than
a
you.
year.
I would have been
Oh,
behind
yeah,
a
yeah.
year.
I don't know. When I
So-
came, man, I
Dog's so cute.
I got here June of 98,
Yeah.
and I was in end of grade 2.
Yeah.
And there was like 3 weeks to a month left of school, and I went to school, and then like it ended, and then the next year I went back to school in like the 3rd grade, and it was all good. So I never.
So
had
when
an
did you come to
issue.
Canada?
Summer 98.
Nero, when did you come to Canada?
06, I was 3. So
Ali, when did you come to Canada?
Officially,
Shit's gonna sound fast.
Officially or when I got kidnapped?
Because like that was actually like a huge problem. But
When did you land?
2016 was when I landed, and I was 16 years old.
2016. When?
Yeah.
When? What month?
Right before my birthday, bro.
Which is when?
February
Oh, damn.
14th. Yeah, so I landed at February 7th. My dad passed me the tickets as like a birthday gift. I pull up and I'm like,
That's funny.
I told them, bring me to fucking Vancouver. I saw Vancouver
Yeah, yeah,
pictures,
yeah.
right? I saw pictures of downtown and shit. And they sent me to Coquitlam. You know how fucked up that sounds, bro?
Yeah.
You come from Iran and they send you on top of this fucking mountain. There's a fucking forest behind your fucking house, and there's bears and cougars and shit.
Yeah.
Like Burke Mountain. Like, bro.
I don't know, man. When
That's
I came
hilarious.
to Canada, bro, I was a little
You
kid,
know?
and it was summertime. It was June. Fucking sun
Can
and
I, bro,
trees.
I'm gonna tell you guys
money.
this story. I got fucking harassed coming to fucking Vancouver, first of all, because I
What's
went to
harassed?
Germany.
Don't you dare!
What the
Don't
fuck
you
I'm talking
dare!
about?
I
say
gotta
that
give
to
you
him.
What the
pushback,
fuck I'm
my
talking
guy.
about?
Don't you dare!
I gotta
Coming
give you-
from this motherfucker right here.
Don't you
God
dare!
damn it.
This
Bro,
is immigrantness.
I went to fucking Germany to come to Canada, right? And I'm this brown dude.
I got you.
Sorry.
No.
And I'm this brown dude coming to Canada from fucking Germany, right? So I land there and I'm pulling out with boots because it's fucking winter. And I've seen pictures of winter from Canada, right? From back home, I'm looking up Canada winter, whatever. And it's like so much snow because that shit's from fucking Winnipeg, you know? And I pull up to Vancouver and like after 10 years, it's like they're like, oh yeah, it's been snowing for too much. Like, in 10 years, it hasn't snowed like this. And I pull up the same fucking time that it's been like snowing, like a motherfucker. I'm with these boots. I go through Germany. They're like, yo, take off your shoes. As soon as I get there, I'm like, all right. I take off these. It takes me fucking 5 minutes to take them off.
Yeah.
I take them off. They check
Damn, that's a
everything.
long takeoff,
Yeah,
dog.
dude, what the
Bro, it was
fuck,
up
wait.
to my knees.
Listen,
The
dog, I've
pictures I
done
saw-
concrete foundation takeoff faster.
The
All right.
pictures I
Oh
saw
my God.
from-
I've done AutoCAD faster than that. Jesus
The
Christ.
pictures I saw from Canada in winter, like Canada, if you look up
Yeah,
Canada
yeah, yeah.
winter
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Google, the pictures are like fucking. The
Beautiful.
snow is like as high as a
Yeah.
fucking car. You know what I mean? So I'm wearing fucking. My mom is Persian. She's like, you're getting the highest boots.
Yeah.
That's not like feminine. So it's like right above your ankle, like not
Pause.
close to your knees. So it's not like too
Super
feminine, but
pause.
it's still like fucking. You know, it's like army boots. You know what I'm
Rewind.
talking about? And
Yeah.
I'm a brown guy rocking army boots, pulling up to fucking Germany.
Yeah.
So like they checked it once, they're like, oh, he's good. And I'm passing through, I'm right before getting in my fucking flight. They're like, yo, can you take off your shoes one more time? I'm like, sure. I take them off. They're like,
Damn, they're kinky, huh?
They're like looking at
Shit.
it. They're looking at it, look under it. They're
They
like,
must
is he
have liked
hiding
you.
some shit? No, they're like,
They
is he
sniffed it
fucking
a little bit?
hiding
Did they
some
sniff
shit?
it?
And-
One of the
Bro,
guys is
I'm
like,
telling you,
keeping
it was a
these boots.
tactic. Like my mom passed me these
Kept the
tactical
soles.
boots. Like it's like for like going on hikes for like hours. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, and I'm like, and they're like, what the? Why is this guy wearing this shit? Right? And
Yeah.
then they're checking it,
Bomb
and
in
then
there.
I'm like, okay. They're like, oh, flight whatever, legit though. And they're like, oh, flight whatever is about to take off, and I'm like, yo, that's my flight. They're like, oh yeah, the shoes are fine. They passed me
Yeah.
the shoes, and I'm like, bro, it's gonna take me 5. So I grab the shoes. I walk all the way in the fuck, and my mom made sure that she booked like business class, so I like
Yeah.
get the. I'm going with my. So I'm walking
He
through
had
my
money.
shoes in my hands, bare feet, walking through the fucking thing, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Then I get to Canada, and I'm like, mom, you were fucking right. Dude, it was snow up to my fucking knees. Like right after the fucking, you know, you watch these videos from people passing the border and shit, like through like from Mexico through America and shit, and you see them like these like officers check him. They checked me, bro.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
fucking opened up my whole fucking suitcase, and I told my mom, I'm like nothing. She's like food. I'm like nothing. I'm like clothes, shoes. That's all I'm taking. I've been watching the fucking shows
Yeah.
back
Man,
home.
I
You know
came
they're
here as a
popular
ref.
The
back home.
funniest thing was when
I'm
I
like-
was coming back from the
not
States when I
kidding.
got deported. The guy was trying to give me shit. You know,
Yeah.
you could always
They
tell.
gave me shit,
you-
bro.
you
The
could-
guy put
you
a
could
cross
tell-
on my paper.
You could tell the guy was like a dork. You know what I mean? He was taking his job. He wanted to be a cop. He was one of those guys,
But
right?
didn't make
he
it.
He did like passport. He didn't make VPD because it was too small, and he decided to do this like passport shit, right?
Yeah.
And he was coming. He's like, "What was your thing?" I'm like, "Man, shut the fuck up. Give me my fucking shit. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here." Eventually, he didn't give me my shit, so I just started walking outside, right? I'm like, you're not going to stop me, bro. I'm a citizen here. Suck my dick. You know, what are you going to do? Call the cops? I didn't do the fucking 3 felonies here. I did it in the States, so suck
Bro,
my dick. I don't have to
bro.
tell you nothing. I start walking, and he grabs my suitcase, and he brings it for me. Here's your thing, sir. I'm like, man, shut
Thank
the
you.
fuck up, you fucking pussy.
You're like,
Fuck
I'm
you.
a
Thank you.
citizen. Bro, I was getting in the fucking country. You know what I mean? So if this guy tells me you gotta fuck off, that means I gotta take your plane
You're in a
back.
different position, though.
23
Yeah,
hours.
You're in a
back to
different
Iran,
position.
You know what I mean?
You live by
I-
different rules
bro,
when you came
I'm
here.
like, yo, this guy asked me. He's like, where do you live? And I'm like, my phone's turned off, and I don't know the fucking address of the place I rented in. My dad rented in Canada. I'm 16, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm 16 with all my shit in my backpack and shit. And I'm like, bro, I don't fucking know.
I'll
He's
tell
like,
you
oh,
this, though.
I hope everything goes well for you, sir. And fucking puts a cross on my paper, and I'm like, yo. Are you guys sending me back? Cause I'm like, I gotta sleep, bro. Like I've been
Yeah.
on this flight for like 20, like something hours. I go in there. My mom packed me all my documents, bro. Translated into fucking English, like from from my grade, like 6 and after whatever I had, like it was like a big pile of papers. So I get in there. There's this big guy, this big black guy. I'm like back then. I like,
Pause.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But like in Iran, you know what I mean? So I pull up.
don't know
and then
what you
this guy
mean.
has like a big.
You're on your own there, bud.
Again, this guy's on trend, jacked up.
He's on trend.
Has a fucking
Pulled out a
fat
steroid
mustache.
cycle.
Bro.
He's like 16 years
No,
old.
no,
He's
no,
like, that's gotta
no.
be trend.
Before
Back
I
then-
see your
back then I had no clue.
paperwork, this is the cycle I'm on.
Bro,
Trend certified.
Back then,
Stamp.
back then I
And
had
it's the
no
real
clue.
stuff.
But now when I'm like looking at it, I'm like, bro, this guy was bigger than like the big guy, like average big guy that you see. So he's on some shit, right? And big mustache, and I'm like, yo, I'm not going to that motherfucker, right?
How big was
so I'm
his cock?
standing. The next guy, and they're rejecting motherfuckers,
Tell me when to
bro.
stop.
Like I'm sitting. I'm not even fucking with you guys, though. I'm sitting. There's 12 people in the line, and they're rejecting motherfuckers back to back. This chick is like sitting here, and she's like Korean or some shit, and then she looks at me. She's like, hey,
How dare you.
can I go?
How dare you? How
She
dare
was
you?
Asian. She was Asian. I was
How
not
dare
sure.
you.
But I know you, so I'm like, but she's like, yo,
dare
can I go first? Because they might send me back. I'm like, yeah, please go first. And then
fucked.
she goes
Imagine they
first.
sent you back.
Bro, it was so fucked. They were sending motherfuckers with their tickets
On your
in their
dime,
hand, bro.
Yeah, on your dime.
And then this chick goes ahead and goes to the guy. So I go to the next person. It's this nice white lady. She's like, hey, I'm like, these are my documents. I put like fucking stack of papers on the thing, and I'm like, these are my documents, translated firsthand, whatever.
She sounded like she got fucked in
and
the
then
morning.
she looks at me. She's like, okay, do you have a visa? I'm like, yeah, I do have a visa. She looks at my visa. She's like, okay, there you go. Welcome to Canada. I'm like,
She asked for
"Ma'am,
a dick size?
Thank you. I was just glad I'm getting into. I called my lawyer in Canada because like that was the only person I knew. I'm like, yo, are you here to pick me up? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm out. She's like, oh,
You had a
it was
lawyer
so
in Canada
fast.
to pick
Yeah,
you
bro.
up.
I came on a whole level. No,
I
This
had
guy's
that,
coming
bro.
here with
I
oil
came out
money.
here- I came out here on some refugee shit.
Dog.
Like, I was like, help me,
we went
please.
to Welcome House,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Hey.
Welcome house.
Welcome house.
We rolled
I
up at the welcome
fuck
house.
with the welcome
yeah,
house.
we rolled up at the welcome house, and then my aunt came and picked us up and shit. They're like, "Yo, welcome to Canada, you fucking refugee fuckers, come in here." And you know, that's what we came here as.
Dog, I went to the welcome house, right?
Oh,
and my dad started being like, you guys got to study good. This is a new chance for us. We got to do this. And then I was like, yeah. I was all motivated and shit. And like, yo, we chilled there for like 6-8 weeks, just chilling. I was
We were
just,
there for a day.
bro, I went.
I don't know what the fuck happened to you. I was like, good.
We landed. My
Just
my
shows
aunt and
the
them
difference.
Came to pick us up, and then they're like, "No, you gotta wait at least a day for these guys to get their feet wet," type of shit. So we're like, "All right." We chilled one day. They came and picked us up next day. Came home to their house, chilling. On the weekend, fucking Bunsen Lake, dog.
This guy's living it.
Heaven. I'm telling you,
Oh my God.
heaven. We're going to the beach, trees, lakes.
Bro, you're
bitches.
like, there's mountains.
What?
There's mountains.
Listen,
It's not a
Bathing
desert.
suits.
I'm like-
You're like, yo, bathing suits? You're like, what the fuck is this?
Unlike
bro.
Shab's experience, mine was a little bit
Mine
different,
was
bro.
great.
Listen, we came here. Like after like 3 weeks, my dad landed like a Pizza Hut delivery job, right? Because when you have a license in Iran, you can get a license right away here.
Right away.
So
Back
he got his
then,
license
back
right
then,
away.
back then, yeah.
And yo, it was fucking hilarious because this guy couldn't read signs. So like for the first 5 months, this guy got like 18 points on his driver's license. And
Rolling through stop signs.
And like my mom would be like, dog, you're getting $12 an hour, maybe $5 in tips. You're getting like $300 every 2 weeks
my
fucking
God,
tickets.
bro.
He's like, get the fuck out of here. So
No, my dad, honestly,
it was
when we came
hilarious,
here,
dog.
It was just because like we already had family out here and shit. So like we come in, it's like
Smooth
picnic.
transition.
Oh, bro, it was money.
Yeah.
So, and then like,
These
then
folks, they're like, it was money.
yeah, it was money, dude. And then my dad, he got a fucking DUI and shit
Oh my
and everything.
God.
And they're like,
Bro,
back
back
then,
home-
it was like, don't do it again, kind of thing. It was like if you get caught drinking and driving, it was just like, don't do it
Bro,
again. And you're like, "All right, I won't do it
they
again."
put you through classes. They
Now
give you
you're
this
fucked.
fucking little device you gotta like blow through. If you like pass the test, then you can drive. Bro, when I came here, I had nobody, bro. I'm telling you, I got there and I'm like FaceTiming my mom. She's like, "Are you safe?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm safe." I'm like, "But it's fucking, there's snow everywhere." There was a fucking church right in front of my house. Back home, they're not allowed, bro. And I'm looking out, I'm like, wow, it's so beautiful.
See the
Look at
cross?
this
You're like, yo, what
fucking
is this?
cross. There's like LEDs and shit on the shit, bro. Like back home, you go there, there's like fucking drums. Like, you know what I mean? The
funny
guy's
thing
like
was-
hitting himself, but like,
What
I'm
the-
not even gonna get into all
bro.
that.
Yeah,
shit,
Yeah, do you
bro.
think that's just a joke?
That's
Motherfuckers,
crazy.
beat themselves.
Yeah,
they
bro.
hit themselves in the head with. Dude,
With
that's
chains.
it comes-
They hit their chest with chains and
Yeah,
shit,
bro.
Their back
and they
up.
sacrifice themselves
I'm
to some
doing
like
that, and I
emo.
feel proud,
it
bro.
comes back to like when I said that the Islam shit is dead wrong, bro. These
Yeah.
motherfuckers are like. Here's the thing about when you see black people in the States that turn to Islam. Here's what it is. You know what it is? It's
Nation
like,
of Islam, baby. Malcolm X. What's up?
Shit. It's my name's Ali.
no, but like listen to this. So this is why they do it. It's like that racist white chick who hates her dad because he's racist, so she fucks black guys, right? It's the same thing with black people in the States who turn Muslim because America is Christian and they hate the white man because the whole Christian, so they become Muslim, but they don't understand what that shit is really about. When you live under that shit as like a law,
It's
bro,
different, man.
it's fucked. It's so
it's actually
backwards
yeah.
and twisted. Like these guys will in Iran, I swear to God, like they will on certain days, like they hit themselves in the head with machetes
Yeah,
and they
to,
split
like,
their
sacrifice
fucking head
themselves,
open
yeah.
and,
And
they
if
spill
Bro,
blood so they can feel
What
the
can I
pain.
look up to look this shit up? What'd you call it?
Bro, like look
Well,
up.
no. What did you call it?
Ramazani.
Yeah,
GH.
but they do that shit to feel the
Diamonds
pain.
on it.
You know what I mean? And it's like
You
and
know
then-
that's it. That you know that's Iranian spelling when you come in with that GH.
I'm with the GH.
No, but,
No
and then they
motherfuckers
try
got
to-
GH.
and they try to
I went
sell
the
you that
death
shit off
and
as
all
like,
that.
yo, Islam is a peaceful fucking thing. It's like, no, it isn't, man.
Bro,
Shut
but
the fuck
what
up.
we-
Yo,
what we
what
experience-
the
Fuck.
What?
Yeah, bro. You
Yeah,
see that
bro.
shit? It's
Bro,
like,
what?
God.
Yeah,
It's like,
dog.
tell them
That's
what
what
you
they
see,
do.
bro.
Now you
That's
see
what
why
they
we
do.
want white
Hold on
BMWs.
for the viewers, anyone the fuck's listening to this shit. There's another word here. I guess it's in Arabic. It says tatbir.
Yeah.
Taban, which means
Yeah,
act.
taban. Yeah.
Acts, bro. That's
Is
Persian. That
is a
means
holy
acts.
fuck. I'm gonna read this description for people who are listening who don't know what the fuck we're talking
ahead,
about.
go ahead.
It's a hardcore form of self-flagellation, rituals
my.
practiced by some Shia Muslims in commemoration of the killing of Hussein ibn Ali.
Hossein Ali. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hossein
Fuck,
That's
bro.
why. That's
Bro,
why nobody
and that's-
fucks with the
and that's-
Shias.
and that's the
bro.
shit you're
What do you
raised in.
mean, G?
But it's considered haram. What the fuck?
No, it's no, but they do it.
That's
and,
crazy.
And that's what the shit is,
They-
bro. All these like
promote it.
religious fuck.
And there's a photo here. This one's in Iran.
yeah.
right
Iran's,
here.
yo,
It's,
Iran
it's
is
haram by the Sunnis.
yes.
It's not
No, it
haram
says
by the
it's-
Shias.
no,
also
but
by the
Shia
Shia.
is like mostly
Shia.
a Persian thing because the
Yeah.
Irans made it because like they try to force that
believe
shit.
in Ali
yeah.
and
No, it's not
shit,
even
like-
it's a political
Yeah.
divide. It's not even a religious divide.
How
At this point,
hilarious
yeah.
is that shit?
Yeah,
Bro,
Like
it
when
is
I got
hilarious.
buddies from Yugoslavia, like we got buddies from Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
And
Man,
like,
if you're a white
they
person
like each
and you're
other.
a Muslim, you're a fucking idiot.
They-
I'm sorry to say that to you. 'Cause that shit ain't for you.
Speaking of that,
That shit is-
Bosnians.
Yeah,
Bosnians
idiots.
are,
I
are
didn't know
Muslim whites.
Bosnians
They
are
are.
Muslim
They are.
whites. I'm like,
They're
what's
Muslim
wrong
whites.
with you, fam?
They're
Yeah,
Muslim
yeah.
whites, and that's why they don't like
Emma.
the other cultures. And,
They don't-
and like
that shit
they're
ain't
all
for
the
you.
same, bro. They look. If you look at
Well,
them,
to be fair, it's because
they
there's a
look the
lot of
fucking
there's got a
same.
lot of Turk blood in them over there in Bosnia.
Yeah, but the
Yeah, they got
thing is,
fucked
bro,
by us.
even with them, it's like that shit ain't for you. It's for you to know the Quran, you have to know Arabic. So that's for the Arab man. That ain't
Right.
for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
As Persians,
So if
as,
you're
like,
white or you're anything else and you're a Muslim, I'm sorry to say, but you're a fucking idiot.
bro, but at the same time, like when I was back home, so you get to learn like 3 languages. They teach you 3 different languages, like Farsi. Second language, funny enough, is Arabic, and then the third language is English. And the main reason of you studying Arabic is to understand Quran. So like when I
Man,
see
don't
white
even wanna
people
talk about
turning
that
into,
shit,
I'm
to be
like,
honest.
I don't even.
want to give it that much time and space.
On God. Let's go back to bitches. I'm sorry.
Fuck the
What?
bitches.
The problem with learning the Quran and learning Arabic is this. One, Arabic has so many dialects. If you understand one, you don't really
I wish
understand
I
the rest.
learned Arabic.
The other thing is this:
I don't.
you know the words of the Quran, but you don't know universal words.
Bro, I wish I could talk to these Dubaian
Man, I don't give a
motherfuckers,
fuck about
man.
that
Motherfuckers from Dubai. bro.
It's
If I
it's a
could speak
tragedy, bro.
Arabic,
It's a
like,
tragedy.
let's
What
switch subjects.
what happens is
Let's
the
get into
problem is
sports.
this is this okay is this when you have a religion like that, it just oppresses everything.
Yeah.
It
True.
oppresses everything. Like
True.
Iran is should be on top for wrestling, for powerlifting, for so
Legit.
many sports, but it's like we deteriorate ourselves into that. And once Iranians come outside, they realize that like
There's
they
so
have
many
these
of us
creative
outside.
abilities
Yeah.
that was never highlighted when they were in
Legit.
Iran.
Yeah, no one,
You
no
know?
one gives a fuck about other.
I hate when Iranians from over there when they're
Yeah.
fobs like Iran's the best. It's
No,
like,
you're
yo,
not.
shut the fuck
No,
up. You
you're
can't
not.
even wear
Shit,
shorts,
like,
you
come on,
bitch.
bro.
Get the
Bro, I
fuck
got
out of my
arrested.
face.
I got arrested. I'm gonna say this and then pass the mic
You
to me, bro.
fucking pussy.
Bro,
you can't
I
wear
got-
shorts and sleeveless
Bro,
shirts. Go
I'm-
fuck your mother over there,
Man,
you
I'm
fucking
walking.
faggot.
I'm walking to my buddy's
Fuck
place.
outta here.
I'm walking to my
fucking
buddy's
dead.
place
I'm
wearing
sorry, I'm
shorts
dead.
and fucking like a tank
Oh
top,
my
and it was
God.
like a inside a residence or whatever. Like
Man.
the rich people live in like areas that you can like have more freedom. And like I'm walking around with shorts and tank top, and I get into my buddy's car, and they go out, and they're like 21, 22 at the time. I'm like 14. And they're
Damn,
like,
bro,
yo,
you're
bro,
having
bro,
a good time.
I've been smoking cigarettes. Turned out
Having the
like,
best time.
Yeah.
Bro, I was
out.
having
Shout
fun.
out.
And then, but then they call all these like chicks, and they're like obviously 21, and I'm 14, so I'm going home. You know what I mean?
You can barely get a hard
So
on.
I'm like, yeah, no, bro. I was
got, like,
masturbating
3
every
pubes.
day when I was 14.
Balls
What you
are, like,
talking
on
about,
their
bro?
way.
I was like, but like, listen,
Oh,
the guy's like, do you want me to drop you off? I'm like, I'll walk home. You know what I mean? And I'm on
Damn.
the way home. The cop stops me. He's like, where you going? I'm like, home. He's like, where is it? I can't tell him. It's like 3 fucking streets down.
Yo, is there
So
still
I'm like,
Savaki over there or no?
No, that
No,
was back
man,
then.
that
Now
was
it's
way
worse,
back
bro.
then.
Now it's worse. And then this guy's like,
Bassage
where you
now.
going? I'm like, home.
What is sorry for the uninformed? What the fuck is what do you call
Savaki
Savaki?
Savak
was
back
when
in
the Shah was
time.
there.
Yeah,
There were
that's
these
Bassage.
Russian influenced kind of police force, or you could call it
Bro,
like
fuck
tactical
that.
force.
Okay.
But now it's like Basiji, which
It's
is the,
more
like
fun,
they're
yeah.
like
It's
just
they're
a
like
militia.
these militia,
It's just a
Muslim,
militia.
Islam, extreme Islamic
okay.
militia.
Same motherfuckers, bro. Same motherfuckers. I'm like legit doing nothing, and they stop you from like doing
Yeah.
any, like you talk
Yeah,
to a
they
girl,
do
you
that
hold
shit.
someone's hand. Like it's actually like
That shit is
insane.
depressing, man.
Bro, I stopped a dude from hitting his wife, and the Basijis came and they told me that I was in the wrong. I was in the wrong. I was like, damn, bro, that's
they're not fucking with that
crazy.
shit. And even
Tabriz is I would say Tabriz is more religious than Tehran, because when I went
It's
Tehran,
not-
man,
yeah,
chicks were having their hair out and shit, and I was
one
like,
reason
damn.
The thing is, one thing I don't really like, even with Iranians, like we're Iranian, but like Turk speaking, whatever. But I don't fuck with Turks is because of that, because they separate themselves from everything. They're like,
Yeah.
it's like, man, shut the fuck up. What do
Yeah.
you guys have? What the fuck does Azerbaijan have?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Shut the fuck up.
They
Get
got
back, stay in your
they got
fucking
these
lane.
hills. They
You
got these
nothing.
hills.
You got these hills with bushes, and that's
Yeah.
all you got.
They
Shut
got
the
these
fuck up.
hills. It's called anally. Okay,
Anally.
okay, anally. Top of Tabriz, right? My grandpa's from there, and when you go there, right, they got it blocked off because like these houses that they made, they're made like 500-600 years ago, and they're blocked off. And what it is, it's a clay fucking house.
Yeah.
and it's got holes for windows and
Yeah.
openings for doors.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like 45, 50 degrees in the spring. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If somebody from Tabriz, from that area, comes down and says, we smell good, I know they're not from that part of
Yeah,
town.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
nobody
They all
there
smell
smells good.
yeah.
You can step out the shower and your gooch smells like fucking goats.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro.
like cheese.
Nothing.
Provolone.
Provolone.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dirty ass motherfuckers.
But just to play devil's advocate, just to spark a maybe like segue into like a new conversation, but I'm gonna be honest. Like I've seen people live 100 times better lives in Iran than I've seen anybody in Canada live. Just to play
What do you mean
devil's
better
advocate.
lives?
Better
Exactly.
lives. You know, obviously, money plays a big role.
It's not
right?
about money, though.
Right? It's
Safety is a thing. You got to take it apart.
Safety is a thing, but fair enough. But
more safe back home.
It's really not, bro. Don't say that.
you know, it's,
No.
it's certain.
I'll give you pushback on this once you're done.
Fair. To be honest, I don't know how to.
Well, hold on. Let him go.
the
You
guy-
gotta
let the guy-
you gotta
let the
let
guy
him go.
say-
You gotta let him
let
do
him
his
say
thing.
his piece.
Yeah,
And then he'll learn from it.
That's how we do things here.
Yeah.
He'll learn
So
from-
what I was trying to say is, like, you know, it's.
Don't be afraid, it's okay.
no. I'm not.
We're
afraid.
just gonna judge
I'm
you.
just
No,
saying
for
it's-
him,
I'm
it's not about him.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
like
get the Red
articulate
Bull.
my thoughts so I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
like, kind of like
You're good.
set it properly, right? So what I'm trying to say is, okay, you know, it's less fucking, you know, this whole socialism, all this stuff, you know, Trudeau's got going on. Fucking Biden, Trudeau, fuck both of you. Anyways, long story short, you know, in Iran, it's a bit more free market. You know, there's a little bit more capitalistic point of view. You know, people actually, you know, if you work, well, to be honest, connections and money play a big role in
Sure.
in living a good life there. But people that live a good life, it's wow. You know, you actually see some people. Not even I'm not even saying like extremely rich, but if you got
Yeah.
a bit of money on your hands. The potential to grow is a lot more.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
You got jet. You know what I mean?
see what
Like
you're saying.
you can't
Pound for pound, if you're
Yeah.
if you're part of the elites, you have more
exactly.
you have more power.
Your life is yours.
Right?
You know, here
because if you own, like, let's say you're
But I will
in
say
the
also
top
this.
90% over there you have more things you can fuck around with than if
Of
you're top
course.
90% over here.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
100%.
But it
right?
comes down to
So-
this though. But I get what you're saying with that aspect of it. But you got to take into consideration.
Yo,
like,
don't do that too much. That catches all that.
Yeah. But with the whole humanity aspect of it and shit, like you gotta have it in a way where like you can be rich, but you can't just step on the little guy, no matter and back there you can.
Yeah, okay,
Here,
I
you
see what you're
can't
saying.
Do that. They kind of regulate you, which is like you don't like because it keeps your ego in check. Because
Yeah.
you're like you're not.
You got to
the
be
big-
PCer here.
No, you can't be the king
Yeah.
shit that
Yeah,
you want. But if
exactly.
you got
Yeah.
money.
I've seen both of this,
Yeah.
both these points in South America.
Yeah,
This is
So
true.
over there, my
Right.
parents are from Peru,
Yeah.
and I think what you're getting at is more of like
Let's hear that
the
shit.
the
I wanna-
width of our middle class here is different than it is over there, right? So we talk
Right,
about
right,
like
yeah.
having money and
Substantial.
where that puts you. Over here, being in like that top 50% of people, like being in that middle class, maybe like upper middle class, it means a different thing here than it does over there.
Right.
So like over there in Peru, for example, if you're upper middle class, bro, you basically look over here like upper class almost because you
Yeah.
have a house that's gated, that has security. You
Right.
probably even lived in like a closed, like my uncle in Peru, he's got a decent business now, but before he basically worked to what he has now, and he lives in essentially the equivalent of like West Van,
Right.
like literally a
right.
gated community.
Right.
It's got a pool, it's got all the nice shit. But I'm like, if you had that equivalent over there that you do here, you're not doing as well, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not doing as well. It's,
No,
it's
exactly.
a bit, it's comparatively
But
speaking to
what
everybody else.
it comes down to is this though, like here there's a thing with the rule of law.
Yeah.
That is a fully existing thing. Over there, that shit ain't a thing. So people, they can behave like fucking animals as long as you got money, which is not a right way of living. Like for us, we're single guys. You don't got a family. You don't got kids and shit like that. You don't got a daughter, right? So for us, your perspective on life is completely different. But like I've spoken to guys who had a very good living there and came here and they live a lot lesser than they did.
Yeah.
But they're like, the safety of my family
Yeah,
is
that's a good
worth
point.
way more. I don't give a fuck about the money. Like if you have a daughter in Iran, bro, when she leaves the house, you're never really certain, man.
Yeah.
and shit. Or
Yeah, man.
in
As a
any
man-
third world
as a man,
country
you
and shit.
have
So
to
like
do that
that's
shit.
why one reason I fuck with here. Like yeah, you pay the tax and shit like that, but it's civilized.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck how like yeah, there's all this like weirdo shit going on nowadays, but like
Bro,
this,
on
this
God.
civilized aspect
Yeah.
of it, bro, you can't put a price on it, and you don't know it. And once you live here for a very long time, then you kind of get hip to the shit. But when you're going there, like people always like everyone I know that goes back to like third world countries to visit for like
It's true.
They're like, oh, it's fucking dope. I want to move back. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
no,
bro,
but
you're
it's-
going on
it's-
vacation.
And it's different when you live there, man. And,
And
you
when you
hear
live
this
there,
all the time
bro.
from
You can't-
locals. Yeah.
On
like
that note-
exactly, you can't compare vacation with immigration.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
On
You're
God.
living in a place and you're visiting a place is not the same fucking thing.
Bro, I
you're
have
going
the-
there. You're brand new there.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking with you, take you out. This and
I
that.
fully agree
You
with
got
that.
U.S. dollars and shit like that. That's one reason. Like as you get older, you kind of you understand that more with the
On
family
God,
aspect
on
of it.
because
Shit.
like honestly, on
I
the
don't have
family
my own
aspect
kids,
of it,
but I got I got nieces and nephews now,
Yeah.
right? And I'm older and shit. And like, as fucked up it is here with the ideology shit they're pushing
Yeah.
on it, like they can go out and do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they want, and you're not worried, bro.
There was
And
there was a good point made by a comedian I saw recently where he's like, if these are the problems you're talking about,
Exactly.
you're fucking good, man.
yeah,
Bro.
Like
on
if this
God.
is the shit we're fighting each other about, like trans bullshit, bro, that's good. He's like, you go to
Yeah,
other
man.
countries,
It's-
they're fighting over basic shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
And that's
give me
my whole thing, 'cause
healthcare,
it's like-
give me security,
yeah, like-
give me like all the shit that we take for
the
granted
thing
here.
He's talking about is if you go and you have money, but it's like yeah, if I have money, then like I live like a king, and that's
Yeah.
true. You live way better if you have money
Mm-hmm.
there than you would here because you could get away with more. But then like human beings are inherently selfish,
yeah,
and you have evil in you, man.
yeah,
Where ego, where
Yeah.
you want to do whatever the fuck you want,
Mm-hmm.
and here you can't do that. You can't bribe cops in Canada.
no,
Yeah.
You get a ticket, try to pull out $100 on the guy, like yo, take like,
Get the fuck out of here.
the fuck,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that aspect is dope because it keeps you in check and it's more humane. I don't give a fuck like
Bro.
tranny or not and all that shit, bro. You live better here. You're like people,
Bro, on
from
that
here-
on that note, like my family recently moved here. Like I finally could sponsor my mom and sister to come here,
How recently?
and like
a week.
like
Shut up.
2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Get
3
the
weeks
fuck
ago.
outta here.
I'm not even fucking
That's
with
crazy.
you.
That's cool, man.
That's when he's
That's
talking
really cool.
about money and he's saying
Yeah.
how money's evil. Like I've seen the evil
It's
side
not the
of
money.
money.
It's man's nature.
Yeah. My nature towards money, like when I first, like, bro, I was painting walls for $8 an hour.
Yeah.
And then I started cutting hair. And after 2 years, I started making good money, bro. I'm telling you, good money. And I'm spending
You're
good
welcome.
money at the fucking strip club. I'm telling you, I'm running the show in the strip club. And that was when I realized, like, none of this shit is what's supposed to be. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Recently, my family moved here. And money acts differently. I make more money than when I used to like go and like spoil so much. We got 12 fucking bottles at a fucking
Yeah.
hookah lounge for our buddy's birthday, bro. And there's 5 of us. And I shit you not, there was 120 people in the fucking thing. And I might just add it, like, because I'm not giving the address to the fucking hookah lounge. There's COVID going around,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
The shit that's like nothing today was like a lot, like, which we were kind of like, yeah.
I'm beyond skeptical about that.
Yeah, that shit was
fake.
fake. That shit was fake. But like going back to the thing, like money, came like to me because I was actually trying to like work more, 12 hours a day, whatever. But then when you like spend that shit towards your family, that's a whole different thing.
Right.
But he out here, what he's trying to say is like out here is like a whole different fucking.
No, 'cause you know what it
story,
is,
bro.
bro?
I've heard that a lot from people basically from all over.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter where they
because-
come from.
because it comes
they
down.
echo the same
yeah,
shit.
it's very basic shit, bro. Because as as a person, you need to be kept in check,
Mm.
right? So in any way you can be, because if you're not, your ego is gonna go crazy, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna do, and then that's when you see all the crazy shit in the world happening, like the evil in like third world countries where you see like the crazy shit going on, right? Here, whether you got money or you don't got money, you get treated equally, which
Yeah.
is how it should
Yeah.
be. So it's there's more humanity. Whether people want, like, you want to hate on paying taxes, my man, you got fucking free healthcare.
yeah.
Like
Right,
even if
right.
it's shit, you go get taken care of. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people want to always complain about shit like, oh, we got to pay taxes, whatever the fuck, bro. Like, I'd rather deal with that than having to deal with some of the issues back home where my daughter's going out and I got to fucking, and I'm
Worry
worried
about some
some
Right.
shit happening to her, and then like you possibly can't even do nothing about it.
Right.
You know
but
what I mean?
Here's what about this, right? Let's say, you know, you're what you can argue which place is better depending on the situation you're in. You know, it's like, okay, let's say you're somebody who lives in Canada, you have a lot of money, and you have the ability to move to somewhere that's a little less. What's the
that.
word? You know, do it. Right,
Yeah.
right. That's what I'm saying. If you got your, you know, if you got
Life
money,
is
if you got-
circumstantial, man.
That's what I'm saying, right? If you have money on your hands, why not move to a place like Dubai, where you know there's a bit more free market, a bit, you know, where you can actually use your money, right? In
Yeah.
Canada, money doesn't go a long way. It really doesn't compared to places like I've been. Holy man, like I'm telling you, like it's just a whole different story out there, right? You have money on your hands, you can really do anything. So
Right.
why me as an individual? Okay, I got money. All I'm doing in Canada is paying fucking taxes and dealing with all this shit, right? Like, you know, it's like, and if you got a few connections, you can really live a really good life abroad, right?
Right.
It's like, think of it, like connections. How much could they really? Connections, sure, they're valuable in Canada, but it's like, how much can you really get done for you? In Iran or Dubai, you know the right guy, you can get anything done, right?
That's called corruption.
Anything. You can call it corruption, but me as an individual, let's say
No,
you're
I'm not
talking
saying you're wrong
masses,
about
right?
it, though.
No, yeah. I'm not saying, no, I'm not saying you're saying I'm wrong about it, but I'm just saying, like, you know, if I got money on my hands, why would I not go there? Yeah. Sure, Iran is
that's what I'm
a little
saying,
bit
too.
less safe.
The whole
right?
ideology relies on this. If you can get money there, right? So, like, some people, you know, they have universal skills
Right.
that apply. So, if you're, I guess, I don't know, a programmer, you could work for Microsoft and live in fucking Cambodia. Doesn't fucking matter, right?
Expat.
It just matters on, are you okay living there? You know what I mean? Because one thing I'll tell you is, like, I want to go live in Korea, right? But I know the moment I decide to go do that, well, anybody I know over here, I'm barely going to keep in touch with. This lifestyle
And
that
you're
you
a
have.
foreigner, bro.
you're gonna keep in, and you're gonna go there. You're gonna go there, and there's like
Because Koreans are racist as fuck.
not only racist, but like I'll tell you, as somebody in those circles, they're scared of you in a certain sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they're racist.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking
Hero, can you,
gorilla right here. Look,
Close those.
you think they're not scared of this fucking guy?
Close the curtains.
Yeah, just make him tight. There you go. You're good.
Yeah. So once you kind of go over there, you're kind of like, people kind of look at you and they're like, I don't know if I want to like get involved with a caveman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
Yep.
That's what
for
it
sure,
is.
For sure. No, 100%. But
No, like I said, everything in life is like circumstantial. So if you're a
Exactly.
single guy with money, bro, by all means, go to Iran, go to Dubai, go to places like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
and live your
indeed.
life. But what I'm saying is
Put
like
Korea in
the fact
there.
that like a lot of people come here
Put
and
Korea in there out of
it's
respect.
because here it keeps you in check.
Yeah.
Because here it keeps you in check.
Right.
Right? Like you can't run wild the way you want to do other places, which is good in a sense, but like it's also bad in a sense because like one, you can't do what you want, but it also stops other people from running you over.
yep.
You know what I mean? That have way more money than you do.
Yeah, you'll
But
get
in
ran,
other countries, anything goes.
you'll get run
almost.
over.
These are
100%.
this is one of the reasons why I like traveling abroad, like visiting different countries, because
Yeah.
you get to see a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
And the more you travel, and have like a level head about what you're doing, because there's people who travel and they just like fuck about and fuck around all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm going to Bali for like 2 weeks. I'm getting fucked. Like, okay, fine. And you don't talk to anybody there. You don't see the
Yeah.
and they'll just do that everywhere. So they never really understand
Yeah, you're
the
going
places
to a
they're going.
resort or some shit and staying there.
I'm a bit different, right? When I go, I don't go as hard, and I take a moment to make sure that I'm paying attention to how people live. Like, what is the life here? Or not just me enjoying the services and like
Bro, we're blessed.
the opportunities, but
Yeah.
how do people actually live with each other here?
Right.
And the more you travel, the more you realize like this is like pretty fucking good place, man. 'Cause-
Bro,
Let me
honestly,
tell you
man.
one place that's really an exception to this rule we're talking
Mm.
about right now is what you just stated, Bali in Thailand. I
Yeah.
spent like last year I spent a month, actually no, like around 3 weeks in Bali and then like 3 weeks in Thailand as well.
yeah,
And dude, in Bali, man, I went to this Gili T. I don't know if you've been there, but the Gili T Island in Bali, and dude, man, like these guys are not living wealthy lives at all. But I swear to God, they were happier than anybody
Yeah.
I ever met.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah,
guy-
there's that.
This guy,
There's that for sure.
I went to go. Hear me out. I went to go surfing on Gili T Island, and I went to go rent the surf, and I seen this guy living this very like he's probably making like at most like $40 a day, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
All day working in the sun, in the heat. And he literally told me he was on shrooms. He's like, I'm shroomed out. And he was offering to sell us shrooms and this and that. Happiest guy I met in my life. And I'm like, this guy's living off like $30 a day in
Yeah.
Bali, Gili T, which is a
But-
big tourist area.
But do you know why though?
Happiness
is-
isn't
Is it
linked
'cause
with
of
money.
Buddhism or whatever? Or
No, it's because when you live in a place in like Canada, you have access to, or like the States, you
Yeah.
have access to the
Yeah.
ceiling.
Yeah, when you have exposure to that stuff.
Exactly. You have exposure to that, so that's your aim. So
it's hard
you-
coming back.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
But when you're at their level, that shit isn't even in your fucking realm. So
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
happy with what
You're
the fuck
happy with what you got.
And
No, this man, I
comparison
swear-
and comparison is the killer joy.
Oh, you
Like,
almost
once
had
you
it. You
start
almost had it.
comparing, like
Thief of
you know,
joy.
I
Thief of
think
joy.
I'm X, and if
Yeah.
I compare it to somebody who is Y, and they're better than me, and I look at it in a realistic format, and I'm like, they got more money, they look
Yeah.
better, they're taller, they get more bitches, whatever the case may be. As soon as they're better than me, it ruins what I got.
100%.
It ruins what I got. Exactly. So it's like, as you age, you realize that, yeah, it's good to be competitive, to be in the cutting edge. But at the same time, you got to balance that with just being grateful
100%.
for what
Like,
you
it
got.
goes back to, like I said, everything is circumstantial. Like the reason the people even out here live in those competitive arenas where they feel like shit, even though they're in the best place in the world, is because you have access to the fucking ceiling. But these guys don't, so they don't even
Yeah.
dream of it.
Yeah.
You know what
They
I
don't
mean?
even know how to dream
They,
of it.
they don't even know how to dream
Yeah.
because it's so out of their fucking capabilities. But like we can actually get there living out here. You know what I mean? So like it's within the realm of grasp. Like you can get it if
Yeah.
you really want, right? So that's why you
Keep
become,
chasing.
You
And
keep
you
chasing.
feel
and
like you're
get
never fulfilled and you keep trying to
Exactly,
get to
right?
this
It's
next-
just where you're stationed
Yeah.
in life.
And it's like you look at a kid and it's like, dude, when I was a kid, if you give me a rock and if I was in a grass field with some rocks, bro,
Money.
I'd be happy all day.
Yeah.
I'd be happy all day, right? But when you,
But
when you
life
get
is
older,
not-
Listen to what you just said. If you gave me some rocks and a grass,
some grass field,
I'd be
I'd go in the
happy
back.
with
No,
that.
but it comes,
That is fucking hilarious.
yeah, but like but that's what life is. Like the whole happiness shit is like everyone bases life on happiness. Like life
Yeah.
is not about happiness.
It's all about what you see. You know
It's
what I mean?
one,
If
it's
you
all
look
about-
at social media.
one,
This shit's
it's-
poison now.
Yeah.
But it's
You
all
look at
about
these guys. I make
yourself.
$8 million in 14 days. You can,
And like,
you know what I mean? All
what
that
you
shit. It's like
view
holy
life
fuck.
at, and two, it's like just like it's not even happiness. It's just if you're living a fulfilled life where you're doing something in the positive, you will be like happy in a way because you sleep good at night. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
If you're doing some scumbag shit and you're making a ton of money, but deep down in your conscience, you know that you're fucking doing some foul shit, then you're not gonna sleep well. But if
Yeah.
you work hard and you even though you don't make money, your family's proud of you, your friends are cool, like you're dope people, they
that's
care
more
about
than
you.
enough.
Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So you
should be
like,
grateful for
yeah,
that.
with the whole
Yeah.
happiness shit, it's all
sure.
like it's up to you, man.
Yeah, it's
wanna
really
be
up to
happy
you.
or
But it's,
you
you know,
don't
how
wanna
do
be
you expect
happy.
it to be up to some guy who's, let's say, you know, he's scrolling through his Instagram and seeing all these guys on these yachts.
It's about purpose
Us,
though.
and
'Cause
he's-
It goes
seeing all
right
these guys on yachts.
It goes
with all
right
these
back to
chicks.
what he said.
Yeah.
It goes right back to what he said.
and it comes back to-
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah.
And if you compare
Yeah.
any of your life experiences with anybody else, all you're doing is just diminishing your own.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
really
all
are.
about
That's
like
that's
having
all it
some
is.
sort of like purpose in life. If
And
you're doing
sometimes you
some-
might want that. Listen, sometimes you might want that, right? Because you're like, I'm hyping myself up too much or whatever. You want to like humble yourself, fine. But if all you're doing is comparing yourself to like anybody else's
Yeah.
life, bro, you're never gonna be happy with what you have.
see, like
ever.
a
And the
like
thing
a cap.
is like when you compare, right? Let's say you look on like what do modern people do? They look on Instagram, they see some guy on a yacht partying 7 days a week or whatever the case may be, flying to different cities, and you're like, damn man, I want to be in his shoes. He's probably a millionaire, XXX or whatever.
Right.
He's doing this, he's doing that. Especially girls. Girls tend to make their lifestyle seem like it's so fabulous and bougie, but it's actually when you're with these chicks, you realize that it's sad.
Yeah,
You know what it
really
comes
is.
But you
down
know
to
what they do? You know what they do that real
Most
men
women-
can't do? They could swallow their pride
Yeah.
and make it seem like it's okay.
Yeah.
Where a guy like me, I will never post those things
You know
because
why?
it's just
Because
mentally I
women,
can't.
as like a thing, do not have innate honor.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist within them.
Yeah.
A woman,
Canceled.
oh no, no they
They
don't.
don't.
Because you know why? Because a woman could fall in love with a man who kills her husband and takes it over and shit like that, and they can. Now he's the alpha, and they'll fuck with him. But a man won't. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
like one thing, like I didn't grow up Christian, but there's certain things about Christianity that I fuck with. It's God through Christ, Christ through man, man through woman, woman through child. Women don't have innate love within them. They
Right.
need to receive love
Yeah.
from a man because men have that to give. That's why when single women raise children, the kids are fucked because the woman needs someone to pump love into her
70%
for her
turn
to
to
pump
criminals.
into the kids. You know
true.
exactly, yeah.
Pump
She
love
needs
for about like over 8 minutes at least.
no, not yeah, but like.
And
you know what I
another
mean?
thing is
They need
like
someone
woman,
to like
a
inject
woman
them with that so they can give it
Yeah,
into the
inject their
child,
real
and
nice.
then they'll have like a purposeful life and shit. But when they don't have that, they're super like just not just like it's a lot of like evil, man, in a way where they're just it's everything comes from like a sense of lack. They're not grateful.
Yeah.
They're not appreciative. They always fucking you know what I mean. So like that's what it is. It's like God to like as a man, if you're not supposed to love your woman, I don't think you're supposed to love God. Right, so if you love God and you have that,
Remember-
she
remember-
can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
So you'll always
Yeah.
be a man, and she'll respect you because of that. And then when she's feeling fucked up, you're whole, and then you let her know that it's good, and then that resonates from her through your children, and your children come up properly. That's why a single parent household is the most fucked up shit possible for human beings. And
Yeah.
you
Especially
look at the
for men.
results of it.
Yes.
And for men, right? But like the problem is with men, a lot of them are raised by single women, so they grow up having a woman's nature, so they don't know how to like when a woman says bullshit to you, for you to just be able to brush it off. It affects them. They get mad, yell at the bitch, whatever. If a bitch is talking shit to you, she's testing your manhood to see if she can get to you. Another bitch could get to you, and anybody else can get to you.
The shit test, man.
Yeah, it is a shit test. So
Holy,
when
that
she
thing's
talks
real,
shit, you
man.
got to keep your cool no matter
Yeah.
what. And when you do that, then she
Always
knows
be
you're
professional.
fucking solid. And then she knows that like, okay, this guy's is grounded, and I can trust him and his judgment and things like that because he can't be moved around and swayed by small little things that come at him and shit like that. and it all works well. But that's the problem in this day and age is like men are feminine and women are masculine, and it just isn't fucking conducive to like a good life. Like with Christianity, bro, that's one thing I fuck with it the most. The fucking the family nucleus shit is essential to life.
Yeah.
That breeds
Nuclear
happiness.
family.
Nuclear families.
Yep.
Nuclear families is like the ultimate.
That's everything. Yeah.
We're tribal creatures. You
The
need
problem
family.
is
You need the-
inflation.
and
It fucks
you,
that.
You,
Yeah.
you need the dad. More important than anything, you need the father in the household.
Because what the father really
He restores
does,
order.
He keeps everybody in check. So
Exactly.
he keeps
Yeah.
the mother in check. He keeps the son in check. See, what I notice is this:
trickles
I grew
down
up.
from him.
I grew
Families
up
we're
in
talking
a
about
single
now.
mother household, at a certain portion of my life, and it was probably one of the worst times. It was like
Yeah, but that's where you got
17
your
to
demons.
19, huh?
That's where you got your demons from.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, at a certain point in time, I remember being like 13, 12. I looked at my mom and she was beating me with a garden hose. And I was like, this shit doesn't really hurt though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
you're not putting fear in my heart.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. At a certain age, my dad would like literally throw haymakers at me. There's a fear that comes with that, right?
Yeah.
There's an order that comes with that. As much as I was a fucked up child, it was like, well, you don't want to get fucking knocked the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
comes
yeah.
back to what I was saying with the thing. Like, he keeps the order in the household, but who keeps him in check? He has to be God-fearing.
Yeah.
Accountable to something.
So before the
Exactly.
podcast, we were talking about how you don't want to live a life that's just fulfilling around what chicks want you to look like.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Right?
shit's gay,
and
bro.
and what I said was
Honestly.
you have to do something, and women are just a product of your success. Like you'll
Right.
get
Not even
attention
success,
from women.
It's your like essence in a way. Because here's the
You'll
thing.
you'll get chicks regardless. You just got to follow
No,
what you have to
here's-
do.
It comes to
Yeah.
down to value. So in a woman, what is value? What is a valuable woman? Is a very pretty girl. Is a very pretty woman who can have any man. She can use her body to get whatever the fuck she wants in life, but she doesn't. She lives a modest life. So she keeps herself in check. It also goes the same opposite as men. You're a powerful man in a position. You have money, you have power, you have status. You can abuse that. You could fuck as many chicks as you want, and you could do all the foul shit that you want, and no one's gonna fuck. But you don't. You're a family man, and like
You have
don't
restraint.
let you have
You have
restraint.
control.
You have
You have
control.
discipline.
The
Control,
discipline.
yeah.
That's what
That
makes you
women
valuable, and
majority
it
of
goes
the
the
time
same way
don't
with
have.
women. When she can have any man she wants, she could put herself in a very like dope place in life in terms of money and everything like that because she has the looks and a millionaire guy will come in, but she knows she's like she has integrity and she's like I'm not gonna do that. That's what makes her valuable.
Yeah.
Just like the other way makes you valuable, where you can do all that foul shit, but you don't.
I
know what
have
I mean?
one
Yeah, see,
pushback
there's no-
against that is
That's
I think women they gain their value from men. I don't think a woman is actually valuable. So, for
no,
example,
her
let's
beauty
say
gives her
Yeah,
value,
yeah.
bro.
maybe
No, but before
maybe
the-
to an
because if
extent.
you
No,
don't-
I don't think it gives her value. I
does.
think it gives her potential.
No, it gives her value.
And
It
this is
opens more
hold on.
doors.
Let me explain.
'Cause you know
Let me
why?
explain this. Let me explain this pushback. The reason I say this is because let's say Nero here, right? He looks at a chick and he's like, okay, this chick is valuable, right? But that chick is aligned with what he wants. If I might look at that same chick and be like, she has no value, but the attention, her beauty, makes me realize who she is. Picks her from a crowd.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm
That's her
saying?
value.
That's me getting attention. But once there's tons of chicks that I came across that they're super beautiful in a crowd. I recognize them. However, once I meet them, I realize
Yeah.
that they have no value.
No, I know, but
It's not who you can get, it's who you
ba-
can keep.
It's not even
It
that.
piques my attention.
Of
Yeah.
course, but here's what I'm saying is there a woman's value is her looks because that's what attracts the men to her. Whether she can keep him or not is her real innate value, which is like her honor and dignity and things like that. And once you realize, okay, she's beautiful, and she can do all this foul shit and she doesn't, now she has restraint like how a man would have restraint. That gives her the value,
Yeah.
and then you would do that,
So
right?
what Shab is talking about is before she meets that guy that's giving her the
Yeah.
real value. But anyways, before she meets that guy, what's really given that person the value? What's given the girl the value, right? Just that that
Anything hard to get is valuable.
The not giving into the temptation, right?
Exactly.
Essentially, it's like if you're getting attention from all these guys and you got an Instagram with 20,000 followers, you know what real man is gonna come lock you down if you're you you got a big social media or you got something going on, and you give in to those men who are, you know, or if the girl holds off for the right guy, that's what makes a girl like, wow, okay, she's a keeper. You know?
So it comes
Low
down to
body
this.
count, you know,
Yeah.
all these there's little
You know what-
indicators you,
know
can
when
kind of tell.
You know how for guys it's like every dude wants to be hard, right? But being
Pause.
hard,
Pause.
right? But being like it's anything that is hard, anything that is difficult.
Yeah.
So it goes the same way for chicks. Like for you to have that access to something that you think, but you say no because honor and dignity and things like that, and you live a humble life because you have morals and standards. That's value because not many people in the world have that. People sell themselves for fucking the smallest of shit. You got these
Yeah.
two fucking what are those two little faggot brothers called?
Which ones?
The Island Twins or whatever.
Oh, the
fuck
Island
they're
Boys.
called.
Island Boys.
Island.
Those
Yeah,
two
Island
little
Boys.
homos are fucking brothers making out with each other for clout.
Wow.
Two little
They even know
faggots.
each other?
Bro.
Damn, bro.
Savage, right?
Yeah.
So
I
you
did
have
not
that
know.
shit
Really?
going on,
That's
right?
listen.
For
this is the
clout.
thing. It's like
They sold their
what
souls
kind
long ago.
that's short sighted because what kind of clout are you really gonna
I know,
get?
but that's what I'm saying. I'm just using that as an example
Yeah.
of the length.
No, they're
of
just silly
bullshit
bitches.
that people
yeah.
They're
yeah.
silly
go and,
bitches.
and do, right? So
That's
it
crazy.
goes both ways. Like people, everyone always wants to talk.
I've
shit
only seen that shit in like
about other people. about
threesome twins chicks.
Yeah,
I've only seen that
yeah.
weird shit there.
things. Even that shit's foul. But like it comes down to self, man. Like if you want the world to be like thing, just be a solid,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
your energy will
And to
resonate.
be
and-
you can't just be solid though. You got to go through some type of hardship.
Of
to
course,
be honest.
then
You know,
it-
it's like, you know, guys got to go through a hardship.
But that's what
to-
makes you determine that, like,
yeah,
okay, this is
yeah.
what I gotta be.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, if you are
Whereas
a
a-
fucking dope person and shit, like one thing you will have is like you'll have discernment, so you'll be able to see through whack people and shit like that, and then
Yeah.
you'll make better choices.
Yo,
and
I
shit.
looked this up. I regret that already. What the fuck, dude?
Don't look. Don't
I
look it
actually
up.
did that.
You think that's
I think with
Jesus.
that we're gonna end the podcast.
Jesus.
It's
Yeah.
been a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Thanks
It
for you
was a
guys
good
for
one, boys.
coming.
appreciate you.
Yeah, I
Um,
appreciate all you guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a solid one. You got any last words, Hector?
We got to do this again.
Yeah, Shab, you got another one?
Nah, man, I'm always down, man.
Always down. Always
Yeah,
down.
invite
Nero,
me
you
out.
got any last
Yeah.
words?
Any
Was this your,
last
this your
words?
first
No, it's
podcast?
about- yeah.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
It's cool,
How'd
man.
you feel? How you
It's
feel
cool.
doing it?
Honestly, I feel good, man. I feel it's dope.
Does it feel
talking,
weird
you know?
having your this?
This does feel off for
At
the first,
the first little bit, right?
Yeah, it catches on pretty quick, but yeah, man, dope. Always dope talking.
No, it's just you know what it is. At the beginning, it's kind of like, but once you get into
Trying
the
to
run
catch
of
the
things-
energy.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
it
Catch
becomes
energy.
dope.
But once you
And
get
then
in
once
it,
you get in it,
you get lost in it. If anything,
got-
I feel more locked in with this.
yeah.
That's
You know,
why
I'm,
we-
I'm used
that's
to
what it is.
barbershop,
That's why we
like
push it on
blow
people.
dryers and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? This works out perfect. Honestly,
Works
it gets
out.
me really locked in. I kind of get
Well,
more
yeah,
lost
man.
in the convo.
Thanks
rather
for having us.
than
always,
Yeah,
always.
appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, we're out.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.